Alright guys, this is Amazon Mturk. Let's go ahead and take a minute to look at it. Now I've got two pages overlapping each other. Unfortunately, I'm not big into this recording thing yet. I kind of do everything on the fly. So I've not figured out the editing. But today is going to be my objective to figure out the recording editing. Because I'm a computer science and a tech major and I should probably know how to do that. Anyways, so I'm trying to show you guys different ways to make money online, and this is our Amazon Mturk, as I've discussed before. I signed up about a week and a half ago, maybe a little less. As you can see, I've already almost made $100. I've got two hits still pending from yesterday, and I actually have some bonuses coming through, probably another $4 in bonuses. Just waiting for it all to come through. As you can see, my earnings available for transfer are only $4.10. I went ahead and withdrew just to make sure that you guys could do so. Let me tell you, it was a quick and easy process. It took about 2 days, and that was on a holiday. So I think this is the same day or 2 days after or whatever. I think it also depends on where you're withdrawing to. I withdrew to my Amazon account so that I could put it on my credit card from there. Which was a whole nother beast. And I also withdrew to my PayPal, which was pretty quick. PayPal was pretty fast. But the Amazon thing is going to take you a little longer. As far as if you want to put it on your Amazon account to buy something, that's instant. If you want a gift card, they have to send it to you in the mail. Or you could do a virtual gift card. They don't mail checks, so that's pretty much the only options you have. If your PayPal is set up correctly, it'll go through quickly. If your PayPal isn't set up correctly, then this might take a few days. But anyway, let's go over it again. Yesterday, I worked for about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes. I made $13.10. Once these two come through and the bonuses, I suspect this is going to be about 16, 17 bucks. Not bad for about an hour of work. Pretty good. Yesterday, I only had 10 minutes because I was trying to record a video for a different blog. But I went ahead and jumped on for 10 minutes to check out and see what I could do. I did some research on these hits. And in 10 minutes, I made $3.50. I didn't fare quite that well yesterday, but I did pretty well. As you can see, I've done 146 hits. 137 have been approved. My approval rating is 95.1. Let me tell you guys, this number right here is very important. You want to keep yourself above 95. It opens up so much more to you. I see people in these videos and they go on, they're like, I'm only making 150 a week after 2 years, and their rating is like 92%. And I'm like, no wonder, because like you have to be at the 95 or above mark to get certain jobs. Once you get to 98, you can actually make more money on here. Alright, so getting through this person, let me tell you what they did on YouTube. They tried to get to 100, 200, 500, 1,000 as fast as they could to open up more hits. While it's true that getting to this number does open up some more hits, this approval rating is going to open up higher paying hits to you. Okay? So if you want more 10, 15, 20 cent hits or $1 hits that take freaking half an hour to do, sure, you can go ahead and shoot for this. But if you want $1 hits, $2 hits that are only going to take you about 10 or 15 minutes, then you need to raise this rating. And I did cheat a little bit and talk to some developers before I hopped in here to kind of get an idea. They started me off on these particular 5, 10, and 1 cent hits to begin with the first day. Spent about 2.5 hours. Ran through them, did a whole bunch. I actually got 7 rejected, which made me very sad. Make sure you take your time and read all the directions carefully. Sometimes you'll open it up and it'll say, click this, click that, click this, click that. But the page before, there was a note saying, if you're reading this, make sure you don't click anything on the next page. And as soon as you click all that stuff, you fail the task, even though you think you're doing it. I know you think that might be cheap. I'm just trying to do this, but these guys are also trying to make sure that you're paying attention whenever you do this job. They're using what you're doing for research. They're using what you're doing for all sorts of things. But to step into what I did yesterday, I spent 10 minutes on each one of these. $2. Okay, so I mean that's pretty good. It's about $12 an hour. Not bad. Anyways, these were computer programming. Write a summary for a given topic. They give you this like book thing that you go through for MIT. MIT is starting an online computer programming degree, and apparently they're using Mturk to evaluate it. When on the thing, they request that computer science or computer science major complete these tasks, and they said that regular people would be harder to do. I don't think there's too many computer scientists and computer science majors on Mturk. I don't think they pay enough, but there may be something on Mturk that I don't know about that we can do here, and I'm investigating that. Now, as far as a normal person, if you're looking up recursive algorithms, unless you've gone kind of far in your math courses there, and you've done a little bit of linear algebra, maybe a little bit of Calc 2, you're not really going to understand what recursive algorithms are all about. To tell you the truth, if you Google it and you watch the video they provide, it's going to take you a while to get it down. Probably going to take you about 15-20 minutes to complete these tasks, honestly. Maybe 30, depending on who you are and what you know. But it's still a decent amount of money. And there's other things you can do, like there's plenty of liberal arts things on here. I'll tell you guys, I'm a science major. I'm not really into the liberal arts scene. People that often criticize my sentence structure, and it aggravates me because, you know what, I like using we. I don't like giving references to people. I'm like, we did this, we did that, all right? And I just, it's pettiness to me that when people come along and say, well, who's we, me and you? And I'm like, are you serious? Like, it drives me insane. But anyways, I mean, I guess they're spelling bee degrees or getting them plenty of money somewhere. Maybe they became teachers. I'm not being petty. Those people are petty. I'm sorry. I know it might seem like I'm being petty, but those people are completely petty. Anyways, on to the topic, guys. Here we got their Nerd Lab group. Oh, yes. This was a psychological evaluation. It was pretty interesting. It asked me about a friend that I had, and the thing of a friend that I had that was basically a man whore, which I had plenty of. And to tell him what I thought of the guy. And I think he's an honest, real honest guy. But they asked if his judgment was good, which I think they're trying to correlate to his intelligence. And I said, no, I don't believe that intelligence and honesty make good judgment and smart decisions. I don't. There's an element there called common sense and human emotion that he lacks. That hurt that ability. But the person I actually did slept with 67 women that I know of, and I've counted them. He's told me it's more, but I only know of 67, so that's what I wrote down. And he often brags about it, and it's pretty sickening to me. But that's just me. I mean, the thing asked me, oh, what do you think about casual sex? Are you married? All these other questions. And they're going to use those answers plus the other answers you gave and combine them and kind of figure out your mindset. They even ask you what kind of religion you are, if you have a religion. So then this one gives out a bonus based on how well you did on those other questions. And then I came down here. Actually took another sexual attitude survey. I like these. They're pretty cool. They're pretty quick. I did this one in about a minute. It says 5 minutes. It depends on how quick you are. Make sure you read each question, because this one did have click on this if you're reading this. So, I mean, first when I restart this, it's going to take a while, but once you do a bunch of these, you'll be able to go through these surveys quite quickly. I'm sorry guys, I do have a little sickness going on. This one was describe images. It has a bonus depending on how well your description was on the images. Up to $2. I think I'm only going to get about an extra $1 for each. Some of them I did very poorly on. But those were pending approval. So as you see, we just ran through all of these yesterday. It took us about a little over an hour. And we're going to end up making about $17 thanks to our bonuses. It did take me about an hour to do all of these. Two things. And then these right here are going to pay me off the bonuses. So that's pretty cool. So it's not bad, guys. It's up to y'all. Like I said, these right here took 10 minutes. This took about 3 minutes each task. I made $1.50. But then again, I knew what I was looking for. It might take you guys a little longer to complete that type of task. But yeah, that's a look. I just want to show you guys you can make money on here. The people that are on YouTube saying they've been working on here for 2 years and only made 150 a week. That's bullshit. It's dependent on you. That person should check their ratings. They should also look into what they're doing. If they're doing 50-cent or 20-cent hits that they think are fast to try to make more money, and ignoring hits that are a little more complicated, maybe they should get out a calculator and reevaluate that equation, because apparently it's not working for them. There are some people on here that will tell you they made 22, 23, 25, 3,000. 3,000. There was a guy that made 3,000 in 1 month off this website. Is it possible? Yes. Are you going to do it? No. These guys right here have multiple skill sets. Kind of like I have a skill set here. But they're tailored for these micro jobs, such as speaking Mandarin, speaking Russian, being able to translate in multiple languages, being able to translate from this language to that language. And those groups pay a lot more for hits. I mean, I'm talking about some of these hits. If you look up there, they're paying $100 for you to translate a manuscript from Mandarin Chinese into English. I mean, obviously that's a skill not a lot of people have. And whenever you do it, they pay you $100, and it takes about an hour or so. And that's $100 a minute an hour. There's only a few of those, but they're constant. They come every month, so I'm sure that's where the majority of that guy's money comes from. For the rest of you, if you get this up to 95%, you shouldn't have no problem making about $200 a week on here. If you get this up to 98%, you shouldn't have no problem making $250, $300 a week on here. And that's if you're dedicating time and you're putting hours into it. This is gonna be hard. I mean, some days you're gonna make more money than other days. It depends on the hits whenever they come up. But generally, I would say your max potential on this website is probably gonna be $300, maybe $400 a week. I mean, 400 would be a stretch. So in reality, you can make maybe $1,200 a month off of Mturk. Some people will be closer to 16. But as far as 150 a week, you're doing something wrong. And the people that are making $3,000 a month, I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something very right. And it's not likely we can emulate that. Alright guys, thank y'all for looking. This was our quick run through. I just wanted to give y'all a thorough run through of this. In the future, we will edit so we don't have to do this little double stack thing. Thank y'all.